Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Once again, got a ITSL game against Patrick Gong. This hand is not good. Not good at all. Question becomes, do I think I can get the Europe Dom off? And I don't think I can. If I get purged, I certainly can't. If I eat a Europe attack card, I certainly can't. I think I preserve my ops headline Europe. Yeah, this is going to be... Yeah. This is going to be a 4-3-3 Europe scoring, which I hate, but that's what I'm going to do. I mean, he could have some kind of innocuous headline, but I'm going to preserve my ops here. CNS, okay. GLHF. See how Patrick wants to deal with the 4-3-3. All right. Meantime, I have Comic Con. I have De Gaulle. I have C5. I have Nasser. Also have Olympic Games, NTB, UN. The EU going to place influence. Okay. Alrighty. I don't have a single blue card. This seems like a fine time for 4-op. We'll see if he has the scoring. Although no, I could just use a 3. Whatever, let's do that. I do need to be careful about blockade. Oh, he's got Asia. All right, well, this seems like a fine time to just get rid of De Gaulle. Okay, he's going to coup. Lebanon. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and coup that back. That's fine. Influence. Okay. Yeah, I was considering realigning him out of France at +4 and then taking the second role in Iraq. But obviously I'm not going to do that now. Let's go to Libya, freeze up Nasser. This seems fine. Would have liked to get that one. I think I like taking a coup here, lowering DEFCON, and then I can do whatever, kind of just do whatever AR6. I don't really want to give Nasser, and if he wants to trigger blockade, that's fine. I'm happy to dump Comic-Con to it. Let's do this. Okay. Interesting. Went Algeria with CIA in his hand. Okay. Now what do I do? Could go to Malaysia. He could then coup Malaysia, but he'd need a 5 to get in there. I don't know. Let's do that. Influence where? Yeah, that makes sense. He does not want to get poked. All right, I think... SocGovs is really bad. This just locks up Europe, but Europe is scored. But so is Asia. This is really... That's really tentative. But you know what? De Gaulle's gone. Yeah, whatever. I don't think that's probably a very good play, but that locks up. You know, he's gonna have a tough time contesting Europe. Okay, I would have liked to see Middle East, but okay, this is a clear containment. Not even think about it. Comic-Con's gone, De Gaulle's gone, Nasser down. All this is down. U.S. Japan is in his hand. Yep. Okay, and I have SocGovs, Warsaw, Suez. That is not great. NATO is the only 4-op left, so I guess I got to do this. I don't think he actually has it, but let's just get my mill ops, right? Okay, 5-year plan is in my hand. Warsaw is gone. AI blockade in my hand. Decall, destall around. Fidel he used. Vietnam is gone. And it reds is used. Okay. Malaysia? Yeah. No. Just going to go right back to Vietnam. Okay. Well, now I think I just coup. I'm giving AI war with this hand, unfortunately. I'm just going to hope we don't roll a 6. The mill ops aren't a factor. Let's get DEFCON down and then try and secure Thailand, I think. Don't have to worry about the war. This should be decall, I would assume, yeah. So do I allow him to have Thailand because I can get in here, is the question. I can play a 3-op, but he could just flip. Yeah. I think I'm fine with this. Asia scored. I'm going to do that. Defectors to Thailand and Laos. Yep. Oh, that's right. He could have flipped with a Garden Variety 4, which he has in US Japan. And he certainly would have done. So one Algeria or one Zaire. Yeah, let's not let him close off Algeria. I'd like to see him give me special here before I give Suez. Truman, Burma. Oh, obviously Vietnam. Yep, has to be Vietnam. It does not matter. We'll do a check. I'm going to give him one more chance to give me special. Okay, so it goes just down, down. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And then I could space this, but I'm going to trigger it instead. Yeah, that's fine. That stops Dom in Asia. Yeah, I like doing that. If he redraws Europe, that's too bad. But if I redraw Asia, that's great. I do need to get into Zaire, but Angola is at 3. Maybe it'll hold. Maybe I could just do this. I don't know what's better. Let's do that. Okay, Middle East comes, and I do redraw defectors. What does he get? He gets D-stall, which is unfortunate. All right, so I get Middle East, Formosan. No, I don't get Formosan. He gets NATO. I got special, NORAD. So he got Formosan, NATO, D-stall, and Romanian. I redrew defectors. Question is this a defectors headline? Or is it a duck headline? 3 VPs protect Africa. Now, the problem with duck is that he gets a clean D-stall off. But I still get mill ops. And he might not. Oh, wait, I like duck. I like it. Okay. Well, defectors was my other option headline-wise. So now he does get a clean D-stall, but I get 3 VPs. I'm going to get mill ops. And then I'll get Middle East off. Maybe hold defectors. Ooh, he had sock govs. Did I? Doesn't he have D-stall? Takes Algeria first. Why did he do that? Took South Korea and Algeria first. If he had Asia, he could just dump it. All right. All right. Well, if he has Asia, I think I'm going to let him take the dom because the only way to stop it is India, and he has U.S. Japan. So, I mean, it makes sense to go Colombia here, doesn't it? It does give him mill ops, but it makes the D-stall less clean. Although, I guess he's fine with a less clean D-stall because he's only got one country in Africa to go into. So if I go Colombia, he's fine going to Venezuela, 1 Chile, 1 Nigeria. And this gives him mill ops. All right, you know what? Or maybe I just put as much pressure on the D-stall as possible. Forget about Asia. And just do this. Now forget about stopping Dom, that is. All right, you know what? Maybe I need a 4 because I want to jam Venezuela when he goes in. 1, 2, 3. Let's do that. Okay, there he goes. Nigeria, 2 Venezuela, and Chile. Yeah. Okay. He knows I have special. Oh, that's an annoying redraw for him. That'll be US Japan. Okay. At some point, I'm going to have to score the Middle East here. France needs overprotecting, but all 3 Europe attack cards are gone. NATO is good. He'll fill south. Gonna jam? Interesting. Okay. I'm not going to contest that. Okay. I think, boy, I like holding defectors, but holding special is pretty nice because I want to take UK anyway. Let's do that. Southeast Asia is the not good. Oh my goodness. Okay. So this is clearly a Kennedy hand. Question is, what's the headline? Southeast. Is the headline voice? I could just headline Kennedy, but I think I like voice. Then I can puppet later. That's not great. Okay. And not much point to doing Southeast Asian stuff either. I mean, that it doesn't matter. He'll just replace that, but at least it forces him to replace it. Wait a minute. What about 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, that stops Asia Dom. Let's do that. Four card discard to Kennedy is not bad. This decal is going to do some serious damage. Yeah. That makes sense. Muslims for influence to take Zaire. Okay, that's fine. He'll go back in Argentina, but I'm going to dump the scoring. So I get a coup. Question is what I want a coup with. I guess it's Nixon. I think I want to trigger puppets. Let's do Nigeria, I think. Good Lord. That is your basic horrific one. Okay, he'll overprotect and go Argentina. Yeah. Oh no, doesn't even bother going Argentina. Doesn't need to. Okay, I could puppet now. I think maybe I do puppet now. Force him to go South America. So it's those two. And where else is the question? Is it Saudi? Ooh, Saharan's pretty good. Sets up a couple of realigns. Let's go there. Man, that was a really bad one in Nigeria. That was a really bad anything but a. Okay, what has he got here? 1, 2, 3 for sure. And where else? Yep. Okay. All right. Now we dump. And I get garbage. Esur is helpful. Got a Kusaharan. Well, he gets a 1. All right. Should we just go right back in? I think going right back in is fine. And I like getting Nasser out of my hand. With Sadat looming. Okay. That's annoying. Swing and a miss here. He knows I have special. Let's just use it. Would have liked to have that one. Not the roll I was looking for. That's annoying. But Africa is just going to be a cesspool because I got to event Usuri. Where's the war? That's around. So we will do that. He could headline ABM and just realign me, which would be really annoying. But I think we got to try and make some noise in Asia. Okay, well, I get ABM. Oh man, I get some big ops. Is ABM the headline? Yeah, ABM's headline. Okay, I get Camp David, so that's got to be an event with AI War. What's U2? UN is gone, so U2 will just be a VP that I'm going to give up. Oh, okay. Well, it's too bad. Because now I have to do that. Stop Dom. And he very well may realign. Yeah, there. I think just taking the 2 non-battlegrounds is better. And then I have a leftover op to go Panama, maybe. Then I could give up We Will Bury You, or I could give up Gunman. We'll see what he does here. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, this is at +3, this is +3. You could just realign Asia. But he also doesn't need to be that fancy. You could just use a 3-op and take. Also, I need to remember the fact that he headlined a scoring card means there's a good chance he has more. Yeah. And I could take Thailand back with China, but if I do, he can realign. Can also coup Thailand. Maybe I do just coup Thailand. Okay, well, now he'll just brush it after he coups. That was a large roll. Salt for a coup. Yeah, Panama. Yeah, that's annoying. But okay, nothing that can be done about it at the moment. I think it's Malaysia to protect Thailand from brush, and obviously I have to take presence here. If only I had a 4-up, I could take Asia Dom. But I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I need to take Mexico. Brush is painful, but it can hit Italy. And lands is going to do what? Okay, I want to stop Europe Dom. That makes sense. I might have to let him win that Europe fight. It's because I've got to event Camp David. Philippines was a mistake. That should have been Afghanistan. That'll be Turkey. No. Okay. All right. Okay, that frees up the 2 ops of AI war. He's going to space. I think I'll do the same. Okay. Allende is annoying here. I hate just handing over Chile like that. But I also hate spending these ops in an unscored region. Let's take that Dom. It gives me 7 countries. Okay, all right, at least I was worried for a second about Quagmire. Okay, he coups. That's a good coup for him, but Africa is scored. Yeah, let's overprotect Pakistan with Asia unscored. Or, you know what? I have China. I think we've got junta and libs coming. Let's protect Mexico. Okay, I get both, and I get both scorings. I also get junta. This is a pretty clear junta headline, I think. Yeah, I don't see a good reason not to junta. If he missiles enemies, I'll give him flower power. When I am worried about it, cultural and then a flip of Pakistan is an issue. I did leave myself open for that. I also have a libs issue. Fidel's around as well. I really want to get Central scored if I can before Fidel. That is unfortunate. I don't have anything good to discard to that. That is also unfortunate. Considering discarding that anyway. Oh my god, I'm out in one. Unbelievable. But that's great. He didn't get he flower power doesn't do much here yet. Cube Mexico. Okay. How I Learned could be an event. Especially with Gunman in my hand. I am worried about a Brush of Thailand, though. I could just score Asia now. Take the 6, and then if he takes Mexico, I can realign. But those realigns sometimes miss. And then I could be staring down the barrel of a control. No, I can't play. I can't live in fear. I could do this and poke Panama so he doesn't do that. But that seems awfully wasteful. So a Brush of Thailand gives him Dom, right? Yeah, it gives him Dom. And then I don't have access to either of these ones. I have to friggin' flip Indonesia. This might be a little silly, but I think I'm going to score and then take the realigns if he takes Mexico. I really want these 6 and I want them now. Yeah, I'm going to take him. Okay, that doesn't bother me so much. That'll be this, this. I think How I Learned is an event, isn't it? Could get me arms race. Or it could jack DEFCON up to 5 at the end of the turn. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, that's a shame. It cost me 2 VPs, but that's fine. Chile needs to be taken. I do want to event one small step as well. Stop the double. Got to get one in Angola. Too little, too late, unfortunately. Okay, well. Oh, gonna play it for ops. Okay, maybe he's got Panama. Is this crazy? Maybe this is better. Let's do that. He's got 3 strong DOMs in the early war regions, and I've got 3 DOMs in the. Actually, he's got three DOMs in the mid war regions. I got 3 DOMs in the early war regions. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and this is a no-brainer. 5 VPs with gunman in my hand. Okay, and I get some good stuff here. It is huge in this one. Where's Europe?
Our goal is not the victory of might, but the vindication of right. Not peace.
I get brush, which is good, but flower power is in effect, so I have to think about that.
Hemisphere. And we hope around the world
Uh,
that goal will be achieved.
is this as crazy as this sounds? Is this Marshall? I don't want to say was key because this game is not over by any means. Is this Marshall? Yeah, this is Marshall. Yeah, 5-year plan came turn 3. I can't. That's a good play. And he's going to have a very tough time stopping Dom now. But that was a key 3 VPs to help him survive. Yuck. I think we just give gunman here. I wonder if he'll do something like Pakistan. That makes sense. So I coup Africa, he coups back, presumably. But that's fine. I think I want DEFCON lowered. Although, no, I have junta. Let's make it so that junta can coup Nicaragua if needed and set up a threat on Cuba. Muslims. Big coup. That is unfortunate. Guess I'll have to give him another one then. Ouch. I think I got to take back Mexico. What else do I do? Dump one into Saudi, maybe? I don't know, I guess that's fine. Damn. That is unfortunate.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out.
Oh, that's also unfortunate.
Man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth. I hate giving South African unrest here. But I don't really have any ops. I can't give libs either.
Yeah, he knows my hand sucks. I could play Nixon for ops, but I kind of want the VPs. Get me to 18. Nixon gets me to in Europe, and Nixon gets me to 18. Yeah, this is right. And then stop headline peak. Yep.
Our goal is not the victory of might, but the vindication of right. Not peace at the expense of freedom, but both peace and freedom here in this hemisphere. And we hope around the world. God willing, that goal will be achieved.
Let's just get as close as we possibly can. I guess it's Panama's a better brush target, so let's do that. Well, another one. Okay, let's just get Cal and walk away. Special Asia. I think it's special. It's got to be Suez is gone, so it has to be Sakov's a reformer. 3 war cards with flower power. Wow. Yes. Okay. All right, folks. Thank you for watching. He got decalled East all in the early war, but I got the power cards and was able to get some key rolls, and it was nice. So it gets me to 14-1 ITSL, 5 games left, but most of them against very good players. So a lot of work left to do to win my division. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day. That was fun, but now it's done. So long, everybody.